Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with another very interesting topic today. Now, so far, we have discussed about nine major planets, which are Jupiter, Saturn, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Moon, Venus, and two shadow planets or Chaya Grahas, Rahu and Ketu. These are the major planets. We've also known about three other planets, which are Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. And of course, Vedic astrology does not consider them as grahas for the purpose of astrology, or planets for the purpose of studying birth charts. Of course, a lot of Western astrologers recently have kind of mixed or added Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune along with the Vedic planets, which are the nine planets which we just discussed. But technically and traditionally or historically, the ancient sages never considered Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune as planets for the purpose of Vedic astrology. And it's not as if they didn't know about it. They knew these planets did exist, and of course, these are recent discoveries by astronomers, but the ancient sages definitely knew about it. But the reason why they did not consider these planets as affecting us is because whatever is visible to the human eye is what, according to the sages, would affect. So, other than the Chaya Grahas or the shadow planets Rahu and Ketu, Jupiter, Saturn, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Moon, and Venus, these seven are visible to the human eye. So that's the logic which they considered. Anyways, but are we also aware that the ancient sages have discussed about upagrahas or subplanets? So first there are major planets, 7, plus the shadow planets Rahu and Ketu, and they've also discussed about upagrahas or subplanets, and they're very, very importantly considered for the purpose of Vedic astrology when we study charts. So today we'll be discussing a little about these upagrahas. Now, what are these upagrahas? These upagrahas are, as you can see on the screen, Dhuma, Vyatipata. These are all in Sanskrit, so pardon my Western viewers in case pronunciation is a little tricky. Dhuma, Vyatipata, Parivesha, Indrachapa, and Ketu. Here in a shloka, Ketu, as we know, is a shadow planet, but in a particular shloka given to us by the ancient sages, Ketu has also been described as a subplanet or an upagraha. That's the kind of place Ketu has, along with its position as a Chaya Graha or a shadow planet like Rahu and Ketu. Now, the sages have also given us how to calculate the position of these 5 upagrahas, which are Dhuma, Vyatipata, Parivesha, Indrachapa, and Ketu, and how they've calculated it and how they've explained to calculate its position is rather that you take the position of Sun in a birth chart. So once you have the position of Sun, as we know, what zodiac sign the Sun is placed at the time of birth, what degrees Sun is placed, and degrees and minutes as well. And once we have the position of Sun, what we do is, according to the calculation given to us by the ancient sages, is add 4 signs, means 4 zodiac signs, and 13 degrees and 20 minutes from wherever the Sun is placed, and you will come to a position where Dhuma is placed. It can be added very easily in a software, but I'm just giving you the basics, how the sages have explained the calculation where Dhuma is situated in a birth chart. And then for Vyatipata, you reduce 8 signs or 8 zodiac signs and 4 degrees and 46 minutes, and you will get the position of Vyatipata. And for Parivesha, you add 6 zodiac signs on Parivesha, and you'll get the position of Parivesha. For Indrachapa, you again, from wherever Parivesha is, you again deduct 9 signs and 25 degrees and 14 minutes, and you will get Indrachapa. It's pretty simple actually. And for Ketu, you add 16 degrees and 40 minutes to where Indrachapa is placed. So this is how the sages have described the position of the upagrahas or the subplanets. Now this Ketu's position is calculated as a subplanet, not as where Rahu and Ketu is placed. So please make a little distinction here. Ketu here is described as a subplanet or a upagraha. And what the sages have explained us is that these upagrahas or subplanets, Dhuma, Vyatipata, Parivesha, Indrachapa and Ketu, these are extremely malefic planets, or subplanets rather, and they cause affliction. So we have to remember all these upagrahas or subplanets which we are discussing here, they cause affliction. They are not benefic in nature. That's number one. In another shloka, the sages have explained that in case any of these upagrahas or subplanets are associated with either sun or moon, then they cause major affliction. It'll affect longevity, wisdom, all kinds of problems. And the second thing which the ancient sages have described is that also, along with the combination with sun and moon, even if these are placed in the ascendant, these subplanets or upagrahas are also going to cause similar affliction, just like they afflict or make major afflictions in the birth chart in case they are associated with sun and moon. Again, there'll be a problem in wisdom, there'll be a problem in longevity, there'll be all kinds of problems. So this is what has been described by the sages, and it's actually up to us whether, while considering the 9 planets, we also consider these additional 5 upagrahas and look at how they are afflicting our birth chart. So that's totally up to us. The modern day astrologers just take major 9 planets. They do not even consider Dhuma, Vyatipata, Parivesha, Indrachapa and Ketu. And this Ketu, again, I'm saying that this Ketu should not be confused with the Rahu and Ketu, which are the shadow planets. This Ketu is described as an upagraha here. So it's totally up to us. Look for a software which describes or provides us the placement of these upagrahas and see what kind of afflictions these planets are causing, especially in the ascendant and especially with their association with sun and moon. So this was very interesting, and I hope you did enjoy it, and it added a little more to some information which probably we didn't have earlier. And in the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic very soon. Goodbye.